There are little things in life that, once they become difficult, make us think a lot, like standing up from a chair. It sounds simple, but have you ever sat down to rest, and then, when you wanted to get up, felt like your legs weren't as strong as before? Having to brace yourself with your hands, having to get momentum, or having to inch forward little by little to stand up without wobbling? Sometimes it's just the living room couch and you still feel a little scared. It's not because you're lazy or because you've become too weak. It's because, over time, the strength in your thighs, glutes, and calves, the muscle groups that help us stand upright every day, has silently dwindled. A little bit lost each year. By the time you realize it, you're already dreading even stepping out the door. But did you know? We can absolutely regain that strength right at home, without weights, without going to the gym, without overexerting ourselves. All you need is a sturdy chair, a few minutes each workout session, and 5 exercises recommended by geriatric experts. You'll feel the change week by week, standing up more steadily, walking more comfortably, and feeling more confident every time you leave the house. Stay until the end of the video, because the strength of your legs, that's the key to freedom in old age. If this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome to a place where each video is a small step to help you maintain your health, your legs, and your independence after age 60. We believe that old age isn't a time to accept getting weaker, but a time to understand your body better and choose to live more proactively every day. So today's video isn't just 5 exercises, it's 5 small doors to help you regain confidence when standing up, lightness when walking, and peace of mind in your loved one's eyes when they see you healthy and steady. And if you've ever worried, will exercising still help at this age? Then the answer is yes, very much. Right now, you'll see why. The first exercise is the foundation for all subsequent movements. Exercise number 1, standing up from a chair, an action that seems simple but is the most honest test of thigh muscle strength and body control. The ability to stand up from a chair, bed, or toilet is a basic indicator of the strength of your thigh and glute muscles, as well as your nervous system, factors that determine how long you can remain independent. Have there been times when you had to push off with your hands to get up, or had to build momentum before springing up from a chair? If you nodded, then this exercise is specifically for you. Sit to stand, or sitting down and standing up from a chair. Sounds simple, but is the key to helping your legs regain the ability to spring up powerfully. No weights, no equipment needed, just a sturdy chair. How to start? Choose a chair without wheels, of a moderate height, so that when you sit down, your knees are bent at a right angle. Sit close to the edge of the chair, with your feet parallel under your knees, hip width apart. Take a breath in, lean slightly forward, as if you're about to get up to get a cup of tea. Then exhale strongly, using force from your heels, and stand up decisively. Keep your back straight, head slightly lifted. After that, slowly sit back down in 3 seconds. Don't let yourself freefall. You can try it right now. See how many times you can stand up without using your hands. Why is this exercise so effective? Because it directly targets the muscle groups we need every time we stand up. Your thigh muscles, glutes, and especially your core. These are the power assists that help you fight gravity when standing up, walking, or climbing stairs. When you repeat this exercise 2 to 3 times per week, following the instructions, your body will gradually reactivate the muscle groups that have been neglected due to frequent sitting and inactivity. A study published on Science Direct showed that after 12 weeks of performing sit-to-stand exercises 3 times a week, people over 70 significantly increased their knee extension strength, and their walking speed also improved. It might sound small, but faster walking speed means your body is stronger, your reflexes are better, and your risk of falling is lower. Are you experiencing mild knee pain? That's okay. Try placing a thin cushion under your glutes. This will help you sit shallower, reducing pressure on your knee joints. And if you find the exercise too easy, here's a small trick. Hug a 2 1 to 2 kilos bag of rice to your chest when standing up, or lower the chair slightly. The force required will increase, and your muscles will be challenged more. What if you're undergoing treatment for osteoarthritis or have balance issues? Don't rush. You can place one hand on a sturdy table in front of you for stability. The important thing is to control the movement. No need to be too fast or deep. Remember, the goal here isn't to master the exercise, but to regain the strength to stand up confidently. So how much is enough to create change? The answer is very simple and easy to remember. Just 2 to 3 sessions per week. In each session, do 2 to 3 sets, repeating the movement 8 to 12 times per set, and resting for about 60 to 90 seconds between sets. If on the very first day you can only do 5 repetitions, that's still a great start, because the moment you stand up for the first time on your own strength, that's also when you embark on the journey to reclaim your legs. After just 2 to 3 weeks of consistent effort, you'll start to notice clear changes. Standing up without needing to use your hands, your legs feeling less shaky when you have to stand for long periods, climbing stairs without feeling out of breath. And most importantly, the feeling of regained control when you control your legs, rather than your legs dictating what you can do. You can start right now in your own living room. And after you've gotten used to standing up and sitting down, imagine the next step. A movement that strengthens your glutes, reduces back pain, and directly supports your ability to maintain balance while walking. That's exercise number 2, hip raise, glute bridge, simply lying on the floor or a mat, but with significant benefits. Are you ready to move on to the next exercise? Have you noticed that every time you stand up, you feel a sharp pain in your hip, or after a few steps, your lower back starts to ache? If so, this exercise is the gentle remedy you should try this week. How to start: lie on your back, knees bent, pointing towards the ceiling. Place your heels about a hand's width from your glutes, not too far, not too close. Place your arms alongside your body, palms down. Now, gently engage your core, as if you're bracing for a sneeze. Then, push through your heels and lift your hips off the mat until your shoulders, hips, and knees form a straight line. Hold for 1 to 2 seconds at the highest point, then slowly lower your hips back down. How does it feel? If you're doing it correctly, you'll feel your glutes start to warm up after a few repetitions, and your lower back will feel relieved of pressure. Why is this exercise so important? Because your glute muscles not only help you sit, stand, and walk, but they are also crucial for stabilizing your entire lower back. When your glutes are weak, your body will put more strain on your lumbar spine and knee joints, eventually causing pain and reduced mobility. Additionally, your hamstring muscles at the back of your thighs are also activated when you lift your hips. And these are the pushing muscles necessary for you to stand up steadily every day. A real-world study from More Life Health showed that after just 6 weeks of consistent glute bridge exercises, older adults significantly improved their ability to get out of bed and reduced feelings of pain in their hip and knee areas. Do you find it difficult because you're not used to exercising while lying down? No problem. You can absolutely start right on your bed, as long as the bed surface is firm enough and doesn't sink deeply, causing your hips to lose balance. Once your body is accustomed to the movement, you can gradually move to a yoga mat or a carpeted floor for increased stability. And if after a while you find this exercise too easy, don't skip it. There are many simple ways to safely increase the challenge. For example, you can squeeze a soft pillow or small ball between your knees while lifting your hips. This will activate your inner thigh muscles more. Or you can switch to single leg hip raises. When your hips are lifted, extend one leg out, keeping it parallel to the ground. At this point, the glute muscle on the other side will have to bear the entire weight, doubling the effectiveness. Another equally effective way is to hold longer at the top of each lift. Instead of just 1 second, try holding for 3 seconds. Just doing that, you'll feel your body start to speak up. So how much is appropriate? Just like the previous exercise, 2 to 3 sessions per week. Do 2 to 3 sets per session. Each set consists of 10 to 12 hip lifts. Rest for 60-90 seconds between sets. The important thing is to maintain steady breathing and not to tense your neck or shoulders. Don't try to push your hips up too high. Just enough to form a straight line from your shoulders to your hips and knees is sufficient. Have bone or joint problems, degenerative back conditions, diabetes with sciatica? This exercise is extremely safe if performed correctly. However, avoid pushing your hips up too quickly or too forcefully in the first few sessions. Take it slowly. Each lift is a chance to reactivate your muscles. No need to compare yourself to anyone else. After a few weeks of consistent practice, you'll start to feel small but significant changes. Your hips will feel less tired, even after sitting for a long time. You'll stand up from a chair more easily without needing to use your hands, and climbing stairs won't feel like such a strain anymore. And most importantly, you're reactivating your core muscle groups that act as a safety lock for your lower back and pelvis. Do you remember how it felt when you were younger, when just a slight push could get you off the sofa? This exercise is a first step towards bringing you back to that feeling of self-sufficiency, flexibility, and stability from your own legs. If your hips and thighs feel well warmed up, then next, you'll need to pay attention to your feet, your first point of contact with the ground, and also the final blockade, when you want to maintain a steady posture. Exercise number 3 will focus on your calf and ankle, the area that determines if your feet will sink when you stand up. Ready? Heel raise, calf raises. After activating your glute and hamstring muscle groups, now it's time to focus on a humble but extremely important part every time we stand up, the sole of your foot and your lower calf. Many people think leg weakness is due to their thighs or hips. But have you ever paid attention to what you're walking on? It's your feet, specifically your foot and heel, which bear your entire body weight every day. If the muscles around your ankles and calves aren't strong enough, you'll easily lose balance, struggle to push yourself up when standing, and even be more prone to slipping on stairs or slippery floors. A sign you might be weak in this area: every time you go on your tiptoes to reach something on a shelf, you feel wobbly. Or when you have to push yourself up to stand, you find yourself putting all your force on your thighs, forgetting the power from your lower legs. If this sounds familiar, then the heel raise exercise will help you recover that feeling of stability. How do we start? You just need to place a sturdy chair in front of you or stand near a table. Lightly place your hands on the back of the chair or the edge of the table for balance. No need to lean heavily. Stand with your feet parallel, hip-width apart. Look straight ahead. Then, gently raise your heels high, standing on the balls of your feet. Hold for 2 seconds, then slowly lower your heels down. This movement looks simple, but if you do it correctly, your lower calves will start to feel a gentle stretch, and your entire foot arch will be engaged like an elastic cushion. From the 6th repetition onwards, you'll feel the muscles in your lower calves start to tire, and that's a sign you're working the correct muscle group. Why is this movement effective? Because it strengthens the entire lower leg area, which helps you push up every time you want to stand, step high when going upstairs, and stay steady when standing for a long time. The heel raise exercise not only helps strengthen your lower leg muscles, but also increases ankle flexibility and improves blood circulation to your feet, an area prone to coldness, numbness, or reduced sensation in older adults. A study published on PMC PubMed Central tracked people aged 65 and older doing calf raises at community centers for 24 weeks. The results showed significant improvement in foot strength, walking speed, and standing balance time. This means that with just 5-10 minutes of consistent heel raises each week, you are actively extending your ability to stand independently, walk independently, and maintain a safe standing posture for many years to come. So, how should we do heel raises to be effective and still safe? Ideally, perform this exercise 2 to 3 sessions per week. In each session, divide it into 2 to 3 sets with 10 to 15 heel raises per set. Between sets, rest for about 1 minute, enough to recover but not let the muscles cool down. When raising your heels, focus on lifting high enough to clearly feel your calves working, but don't rush. Most importantly, hold for 1 to 2 seconds at the peak, then lower your heels very slowly. This slow lowering movement helps your calf muscles contract with control, a very essential part to prevent cramps or ankle sprains when you move in daily life. Once you're used to the basic intensity, you can increase the difficulty. There are two very simple but effective ways. First, instead of raising both heels, switch to single leg raises. Keep one foot firmly on the floor and gently lift the other foot off the ground. Raise your heel with the standing leg, hold at the high point, then slowly lower. Switch sides after each set. This exercise not only strengthens your calves, but also trains your balance ability, a very important skill when you step off a curb or climb a high step. Second, try standing on a raised surface, 2 to 4 inches, 5 to 10 centimeters high, like a low step or even a thick book. When you raise and lower from this height, your heel will be stretched deeper, helping you improve the flexibility of your Achilles tendon, a tendon that easily stiffens with age. If you haven't tried it, you can start right now. Stand behind a chair, gently raise your heels 5 times. Then ask yourself, where do I clearly feel the force? Do I feel a bit off balance? This isn't just an exercise, but also a small way for you to track your weekly progress. What about those with underlying health conditions? If you are living with ankle arthritis, swollen feet, or frequent dizziness when changing positions, make sure to always keep your hands on the back of the chair and perform the movements slowly. Don't rush, just be consistent, and your body will adapt. If you frequently experience leg cramps, especially at night, you might be lacking water, potassium, or magnesium. Make sure to drink enough water throughout the day, and you can add some friendly foods to your diet like bananas, pumpkin seeds, or legumes. These small things will help you exercise more comfortably with fewer spasms. After a few weeks, you'll feel a clear change. Going up and down stairs no longer requires using the handrail as before. When standing in line at the bank or supermarket, you no longer feel your legs shaking or constantly shifting your weight. Changing pants, putting on socks, actions that were once simple but used to make you fumble, are now easier. And most importantly, each step will be stronger, with more propulsion, no longer needing to lean your shoulders or gain momentum as before. When your calves are strong enough, it's time for us to move on to a bigger challenge: restoring your ability to control your center of gravity, training your glute and thigh muscles, and relearning how to safely shift your body weight every time you stand up or step down. That's why the next exercise is transformative. Exercise number 4, reverse lunge, controlled backward step. Are you ready? So how do we practice correctly and safely? First, prepare a flat space and a sturdy support point like the back of a chair or the edge of a table so you can lightly touch it if you need to maintain balance. Stand upright, feet hip-width apart, eyes looking forward. This posture helps you keep your spine stable throughout the exercise. Start by stepping one leg backward, just enough, no need for a long stride. Slowly lower your body, paying attention to keeping your back straight. Your back knee will approach the floor, while your front knee forms a comfortable right angle. Pause for 1 second at the lowest position to feel your leg muscles evenly stretched. Next, push firmly through your front heel, using force from your thigh and hip to push yourself back up to the starting position. Then, switch legs and repeat. The movement needs to be smooth and controlled. Each backward step is not just muscle training, but also a small lesson in maintaining balance and flexible coordination between your two legs. The key here is shift your body weight very slowly, not leaning forward or swinging your hips backward. The initial feeling might be a little wobbly, and that's normal. Your body is relearning how to maintain balance in a movement you've done for decades, stepping backward to get something, backing out of a chair, or stepping off a curb. Are you thinking, I've never done lunges, how can I do them? Actually, you don't need to do a full lunge right from the start. There's an easier variation, the mini lunge. Instead of lowering your back knee close to the floor, you just need to step backward slightly, bend your knee a little, then stand up. That's also a step forward. After a few weeks, you'll find you can lower yourself more, maintain better balance, and feel more confident with every step. Why is this exercise so important? Because it simultaneously activates your glutes, front and back thigh muscles, and trains your balance system. When you step backward, your body is forced to adjust its center of gravity, which helps improve body control in all movements: backward, forward, up, down. This is the foundation for you to be able to climb stairs, get on a bus, or stand up from a chair without needing to use your hands. An 8-week home-based research program combining squats and lunges, whether shallow or deep versions, showed that older adults significantly improved lower body strength and scored higher in daily functional tests such as standing up from a chair, fast walking, or bending down to pick things up. Want to increase the difficulty? Try adding light load. Carry a 2-4 FLB, 1 2-key grocery bag in each hand, or wear a small backpack. The weight doesn't need to be heavy. What you are training is controlled movement under gentle pressure, and that is what will help you walk more steadily every day. And if you are living with knee or hip arthritis or have difficulty lowering yourself, that's okay. Reduce the range of motion. Instead of lowering deeply, take a half step backward, slightly bend your knee, then stand up. You are still training muscle strength without putting excessive pressure on your joints. Always remember, depth is not as important as stability. You can try it right now. Stand next to a sturdy chair, perform 4 mini lunges, 2 on each side. How does it feel? Which muscles do you feel working most clearly? Glutes, thighs, ankles. This exercise isn't just training, it's a small test. If today you feel a bit wobbly, then 1 month later, this very exercise will prove the return of strength, balance, and proactivity in every step. And here, you have built a strong foundation from your glutes and thighs down to your heels, but to truly maintain balance in a difficult posture, to react faster if you slip, and to significantly reduce the risk of falling, there's one more factor: proprioception and the vestibular system. That's when the final exercise appears, both gentle and a discreet judge of your nervous system. Are you curious? Let's continue to exercise number 5, the true test of reflexes and balance, single leg stand combined with front tap. It's not just heavy training that makes your legs stronger. Sometimes you just need to stand still, but in the right way. And this single leg stand exercise is clear proof. No weights, no jumping, no need for a large space, just a small step to test and upgrade your balance every day. Have you ever almost fallen just by changing legs when putting on pants, or wobbled when reaching for something high up? Those seemingly small moments are actually signs that your balance system is gradually weakening. The good news is we can retrain it, and the single leg stand combined with front tap is a gentle, effective, and extremely suitable training exercise for people over 60. How to do it? It's very simple. Stand near a wall or a sturdy table so you can touch it if you need support. Then, lightly lift one foot off the ground. No need to lift high, just around a 20-30 degree knee bend. Keep your back straight, eyes looking forward. With the lifted leg, you will tap your toe forward a little, then return to the center, then tap out to the side, then return to the center again, and so on. Forward, center, side, center, then switch legs. It sounds simple, but when you start, you'll realize that the muscles around your hips, thighs, ankles, and abdomen all have to work to keep your body from tilting. It might feel a little wobbly at first, but that's precisely what shows your body is learning to rebalance itself. You should start with 5 to 10 seconds for each leg, doing 2 to 3 rounds, then gradually increase to 30 seconds per side. When you are more stable, stand on a folded towel or a soft mat to increase the difficulty, like a simulation of uneven surfaces in real life. What does this exercise help with? First, it trains proprioception, which is the body's ability to sense the position of its parts without looking. This is the foundation for better reflexes if you slip or miss a step. Second, this exercise activates small muscle groups that are often overlooked, especially in the feet, ankles, and hip area. The areas responsible for stabilizing the body when walking, turning, or stepping sideways. And third, it trains the vestibular system, which is the part inside your ear and brain that helps you maintain balance. When you hold one leg and move the other, you are making your body process more complex information, and from that, improving your ability to self-regulate balance. A meta-analysis published in 2022 on PMC showed that the ability to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds is closely related to reducing the risk of falls by up to 37% in older adults. Another study also indicated that single leg balance time is a reliable predictor of independent longevity. Simple easy to perform, and very practical. If you experience dizziness due to low blood pressure or are recovering after a leg injury, start with a very short time and always keep one hand lightly touching a wall or table. You can also place a chair behind you, so if needed, you can sit down immediately. This helps with psychological safety when exercising. If you find this exercise too easy, try holding one hand overhead or closing your eyes for 3 seconds while standing on one leg. This is a real body sensor test. You can try it right now. Stand on one leg next to a table, try tapping your toe forward, then to the side. How long can you hold it? Do you feel any part of your body tensing up clearly? Do you feel yourself losing balance at any point? Remember that feeling. Then after a week, try again. You'll be surprised at how much your stability has changed after just a few sessions. We have just gone through 5 exercises, no equipment, no gym, no loud music, but they profoundly impact the very muscle groups that determine your ability to stand steadily, walk firmly, and maintain balance after age 60. Sit to stand helps you get up from a chair easily without straining your shoulders or pushing off with your hands. Glute bridge rebuilds your glute and hamstring muscles, a stable support when you walk, stand, and climb stairs. Heel raise strengthens your lower legs, the foundation for every steady step. Reverse lunge trains your ability to control your center of gravity, so you no longer feel wobbly when turning, stepping quickly, or looking back. And finally, single leg stand plus tap to train the most subtle balance system, from your feet to your inner ear and even your brain. Thus, from sitting down, standing up, stepping backward, raising your heels, to balancing on one leg, you have just completed a series of simple exercises requiring no equipment, but which can help reverse muscle weakness after 60 years old, helping you stand as steadily as you did at 30. You can try combining 3 to 4 exercises in one workout session, repeating 2 to 3 sessions per week, with the number of repetitions adjusted to your strength. No need to push yourself, just be consistent. And remember, starting early is always easier than waiting until you need to hold onto a handrail to start exercising. Have you chosen your favorite exercise yet? If so, please share it below the video to spread this simple but effective exercise habit together. And if you used to fear, "I'm old, I probably can't exercise," then I hope today this video has helped you clearly see one thing. Age doesn't take away strength. It just makes us forget that it's still there. Your legs can still be strong, your posture can still be straight, your body can still transform, and it all starts with a chair and a few minutes each day.